Hello, party people! Okay, camera. Let's get it together, huh? It's Friday. That kid's moving. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Think I got it to hold still. Good morning, everybody. Wow. Hello, good morning. Where's my mousey? All my stuff. Good morning, good morning. Welcome in to Thunderhorse Descendant. Let me put you on live chat. There we go. Live chat. We'll put this one on live chat as well. What's going on with this? All right, YouTube. Oops. Live chat. Okay, got it. I got it. Good morning, everybody. Who's all here? Good morning, Rosanna. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Happy Friday from Michigan. Welcome in, Debbie. Hello, Christine. Good morning. Good morning, Kendra. Hello, Ginny and Mary and Beth and Kim Burley and Deborah and Debbie and Janet. Good morning, Brandy. Good morning, Kimberly T. Good morning, Heather. Gang's all here. Joanne, good morning. Sassy Pants is in the house. Hello, Heather. Already said that. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, PK. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. We've made it. Let's have some coffee about it, shall we? Whew. I think this morning I'm going to make a chakra necklace with the moon pendant that I got from you. Ooh, fun. That sounds fun. I made a... Well, you probably didn't see that, Rosanna. I made my moon pendant on members only. My rose quartz moon pendant. It turned out quite smashing, if I must say so myself. I still have to make my other earring, because you guys know how I like to not do that. I have 3 trays of things sitting over there that need to be finished up. Okay, so first and foremost, hello, welcome in. If you guys are new, welcome to Thunderhorse Descendant, where we just have coffee and do beady things every day at 9 a.m. So let's see, do I have announcements before we get rocking and rolling? What day is it? It's Friday, it's the 19th. Oh, it's Kennedy's birthday. Kennedy's getting married tomorrow. I'm going to the wedding. I'm gonna go to the wedding. I'm gonna have to go somewhere today and find some different shoes. The shoes that I had originally for the dress with the weather, not gonna work. So I gotta do that. I went to my baby appointment yesterday. Everything is good. We got the good reports from the doctor for me and for Squish. I can't hang out. My block's electricity is out. Oh no. Okay, well, have a good day, Tammy. Did you announce that you are Awesome Sauce? I am Randy Brown. I am Awesome Sauce, in case you didn't know. I am officially 11 weeks pregnant, they said. And they said everything was good, and there was enough fluid, and we did all the tests, and... What else did they say? Oh, we got to see Squish. Squish is in there trying to suck their thumb already, just kicking around, just doing all the moving, I guess they said. And I was just like, okay, so that was good. Jefferson had to go back to work right away, so we didn't get to go out to eat. I like to go to baby appointments, and then I like to go eat. We didn't get to do that. So no pancakes for me yesterday. Sad. Yay, Baby Squish. Yeah, Baby Squish is doing good. I have to go back to see the specialist on the 24th. So that is a Wednesday, which is why we moved members only to the following week on the 1st. So I just have to go to the specialist because of what happened last time with baby Sievert, and then also because of my because I'm having a geriatric pregnancy because I'm old. So that's why I have to go to the specialist. How often will you be going to the doctor? A lot, they said. You just go a lot. So that's what I'm doing. Good morning, Miranda. Okay, so that's the update on me and Baby Squish. Today we are going to be doing project 1 from Bargain Bead Box. Let me find the stuff. Oh yes, I've got quite extensive notes. This is you can't see. It's Bargain Bead Box Sweater Weather. Operation number 1. So yesterday, if you're around here, we just patina painted some of our stuffy stuff that we're going to need for the course of the next projects. Although this is not, that was not for this project. This project, project 1, I'm just going to use everything that's bronze, and so there was no painting. The painting we did was for, I think, projects 2 and 4, so things and stuff about that. Sorry, I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm hot, I'm cold. All the things. It's raining here. That is awesome. Yay! Pancakes are amazing. I'm so happy everybody's healthy. I was 37 when I had my first child. Go Debbie. Good morning, what have I missed? Good morning, Dorothy. Oh, you have not missed anything. I was just saying that we did an update at the doctor and everything is good with me and Baby Squish. So this is Bargain Bead Box Project 1, September, the first project that we're going to use. I'm going to have to refer to the bones here because I've got lots of instructions for myself. These are all the items that we're going to be using today. Maybe I'll use this one as my trash. I've got to clean my desk off. You know, I have no more Phyllis. Sad. Phyllis used to be my assistant who cleaned off my desk. I suggest everybody get a Phyllis. Okay, so we are going to create this little pendant. It's going to be our first order of business. It is kind of a lot, actually. This project may take a couple of days. So here's the things we're using for it. We're using these really cool crystals, right? And these. And someone, I can't remember who, suggested they wanted to use these guys as well. So we threw those in at the end. These are all going to go in the wire wrapped chain portion. We have our chain. And then we have all of our flowers. So first and foremost, we are going to create, let me zoom in a little bit more. We're going to create a pendant that looks like this. Now, if you're new around here, and if you're not, do I know if this is going to work? No. Do I care? No. Are we going to do it anyways? Yes. Hi, good morning. Because this is how we be doing. So then this goes here. This goes here. Bum, bum, bum. Glass flower stack. These need to be connected some kind of way to create this links. Create these links. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be our first order business. We're going to try to get this together. Second order business, these are going to be for earrings, so I'll just put those to the side. Second order of business is that we need to create these into links that can be linked into the pendant, into the chain necklace. So to do that, it's going to be a different procedure than what we're going to do on this guy to create a pendant, because these have to have like literal links on each side, so it's going to be different. All right. I believe we're going to be able to do this with some jump rings. We shall see. Hi, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. You've been looking forward to this project? So out here I have some ball head pins, which I'm going to take that copper one off. I think we were just using that one as a as an example at that particular moment in time. I don't have any bronze ball head pins out here. I'm dropping everything. So I'm just going to use these kind of like gunmetal ones. They're dark, so I'll use those. I'm fine with it. So I got that, and then let's take a look at our jump ring situation. I made blue daffodil links for my necklace. Oh, remember the companion bundle for this box comes out at 2 p.m. today. Yes, we did take a little look-see at the companion bundle on Bargain Bead Box for sweater weather on members only. I believe that was on Wednesday. And it looked pretty interesting. They had some interesting business going on there. What am I looking at? This is not what I want. I've got Tinky Tots, but I don't know that I'm going to use Tinky Tots for this particular situation. I'm looking for some 6s, but I'll get them out here just for future reference. Oh, you guys, we got to remember to use these. I'm not going to use them in this particular situation. But remember, don't forget, we have all of these Ys. Don't let me forget to use these. Remember these? These are from Vintage. I have a gazillion of them. It makes your Y necklace making like super easy. Sixes, where you at? Sixes. Ovals, 6s that are ovals. Are you in here? Seems to be a few 6s in here, but not very many. There seems to be a hitch in my giddy up here. Well, one thing at a time. Get a couple of these out. To put this together, the only thing I'm going to need 4. So can I get 4, please? And we shall move on from there. Where's my triangle? What's happening? Losing all my stuff. Jeepers creepers. Losing all my stuff. Now, where did I put that? I just had it. Yeah, I know, right? That's me, Mary. Like, where's that thing at? I just had it in my hand. Alright, so we'll start with this. I think this is what we're going to need. This is a hot mess over here. We don't need that. Okay. What are they? You're doing good. Remember the companion bundle is next week. This is beautiful. Hi from Florida. Hello. This goes somewhere. I know it does. What is happening right now? It has to go somewhere. Ah, here it goes. Okay. I thought I was losing my mind. Okay. So, first things first, I think what we shall do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off all of these loops and we'll file those down a little bit. So I'm cutting off the middle loop with my junk cutter. Let me put this over my coffee cup. There we go. Don't be getting stuff in your coffee cup, okay? raining? Yeah, it's raining here too. Oops. I'm gonna have to vacuum my floor after this. Okay, so I've trimmed those off. Now I'm gonna take this little file. This is a little file by Beadsmith, and I'm just gonna clean up some of this hubbub here so it's not sharp. OSHA. OSHA. Put on your safety glasses. Guess what? The Thunder Ponies are coming to visit next weekend. It's my sister Katie's birthday. Oh, you guys met Katie. You remember Katie. It's her birthday. She's coming. And my sister Carly. And then Mia and Emma, which are my sister's girls. Okay, this is the last one for filing. Pretty good out of 10. Which one of your sisters is in the service? Katie's in the service. So is my brother Guy. This one's still got a little edge on it. Alright, so now the idea is we're just going to connect these together like this. Is this going to work? I hope so. Do I know if it'll work? No. All right. I'm just making sure that I got the one that I took off, that they're all like facing the same way, just in case that's important for sizing or some dang thing. I don't know if it will be, but just in case I got them all going the right same way. Plus, then any discoloration or situation with the filing will be on the inside. Nobody will really be able to see it. Dun, 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 a good place to hide it. What branches are they in? Oh, Katie and Guy are both in the National Guard. National Guard. That's not the right side. Now, I can already foresee one problem with this situation. It's okay. We can fix it. So, problem that I am foreseeing is originally the plan is to put it like this. We have the pendant on the bottom. We have the 2 flowers on the top. These two, I don't like the way their saggy business got going on. We're still going to do that, but we're just going to connect some wire wrap chain to these to bring them up so that they're going up a little more. You know what I'm saying? They're not so saggy down. That was not part of the original plan, but it is now. All right, so let's work on this guy. Okay, so I'm going to go with this gunmetal. I mean, you can hardly tell. Where's my coffee? Oh yeah, I covered it up with this garbage bucket. Oh, Army. Army. So I'm going to take this little guy, put this in backwards so the ball makes it look like a little flower head. And then put this guy on. Again, backwards. So when I look at it this way, it looks like a flower. Yeah. I wish, I am in debate, you know, we could have had a little something in there. We could have had a little something. Let me see if I got one little filigree bead cover. Oh, I do. This filigree? Hey-o. I only need one. Okay. I don't even know if this guy's big enough to cover this. We'll see. Take this little filigree bead cover and squish it flat. You can barely see him. Just barely, but you know, in my opinion, something's better than nothing. Let me just see if I got a larger one up here in the drawer. Heyo. I sure do. Oh, I have multiple kinds. That? Okay. You know, let's go with this one from Beadalon. Let's go with this one from Beadalon. We have been using Beadalon items throughout our projects recently. So I did get these last year in the Beadalon mystery boxes. And this is just a filigree bead cap, a big one. Oops. Oh, now I dropped that. I don't know where I went. So now I'm just going to squish this one flat. And hope this one's not too big. I am Goldilocks. This one's too big. This one's too small. Right? Okay, flat. Maybe I can even go up the other way a little bit and give us a little 3D situation here. A little bit. All right, let's try it again. Now, hopefully this one's not too big. Oh, it's kind of big. There's no happy medium here. There's no happy medium. Gonna not make this easy, are you? Better. I like it better. I'm gonna fold up the edges so they don't look like they've been bluntly cut. Plus this little glass guy, he's kind of like not actually all super symmetrical, so that's fine. I'm fine with it. Okay, so now that we got that on there, I'm gonna fold this up so it looks like so. Get all this little business out of my way here. Okay, and then this guy's gonna go here. Now, I feel like we should add a really sparkly bead. What? I missed something. Antibiotics for the infection. Oh, Rosanna's saying she put some yellow crystals in the middle of hers. This is my junkie cutter, if you're wondering why it's taking a million years. It's supposed to. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead put one of these on the back. It's a filigree bead cap. And I'm just gonna push it so it kind of fits the back of this. Oh. One of my little leaves got pushed in on itself. Now I feel like I made that one sharp and I don't trust it because it's going to be against your skin. So I'm going to try a different one. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. I'm going to put this little, I want it to be kind of up here. I think I need a little bit of a filler situation. Let me grab up a couple of these seed beads. I just want when I put the crystal on for you to be able to see it above the flower. You know what I mean? These are just some size 11 seed beads I had sitting on my desk. That might be one too many. So when I put this guy on, yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to create a loop here. I'm just going to wire wrap it. I'm going to try to make this as tight as possible so that the beads all are pushing in so this stays tight together. And just going to tuck this tail in and do my best not to break my crystal in the process. Okie dokie. Now, this guy's got to go on here, so he's got to be facing this way. So So when I look down, I can see the mat. Good morning. Sorry. You guys are talking to me. I'm like really in it here with this. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Tina. And then that goes there. So again, well, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him on there with the dinky top. I don't think so. I'm going to have to get another 6. All right. That around to the back, I guess. There we go. Okay, so I'll show you this way so you can see how it's hanging. You see how these are still a little bit more droopy than I'd like. So when you have it on, I'm always wearing the wrong shirt. When you have it on, because it's going to be longer, but you can't see. Okay, so when you have it on, I'm gonna wire wrap onto these guys here. We'll put those up into the chain so it kind of lifts it up more, so it doesn't be so droopy. I mean, when you hold it like this, it's not too bad actually, but I don't trust it. I'll put the flower heads on the sides still, but I am also going to chain link into it, I think. Hi! Good morning, everybody. Okay, so here's what we got so far. Let's refer to the bones. So we've done this. And it says we need to create some links. Oh, well, I have to do this part. Let me do that part. I'll do that part. I'll do that part. Fine. I'm just going to use ball head pins for that. We're having anxiety issues. Is that what's happening? I'm just going to put one little gold bead on here. I think. Should I put a crystal here? Wait, let me see. Is that too much, you think? Crystal or no crystal? Oh, I'm actually kind of liking the crystal. I like the crystal. What do you guys think? Take a bow. Working on it. You think? I think the crystal. Plus it makes it a little bit longer with all the, you know, business. Bead cap on the top. Well, I thought about that, but these are kind of square. These different ones, they're kind of square. And it might stick out. And this part is going to be on the skin. And the bead caps I'm currently using, they kind of have they're like a star, and it could be kind of pokey, I feel. Crystal, I think of the crystal as well. I do still have a seed bead on there. I'm going to just put a crystal on this one. Yeah, I think that's good. Let me a little zip of my coffee here. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good time. Now, even though I'm going to put those, I can still go in with my chain business and connect it to the rest of the necklace once we get there. I just feel like it's got to have kind of like almost like a facelift situation to keep stuff up where it's supposed to be. But not too much, because you don't want it to be weird. You know how that goes. Rosanna says, really? You're going to ask me about adding crystals? Good point, Rosanna. I should have known the answer to that. All right, so we're just going to wire wrap these up. I probably will attach these with jump rings. So I'm just going to finish them up just like they are right here. Try not to break my crystals in the process. These are almost 3-inch ball head pins. This is the wrong cutter. They're, what are they, 70 millimeters, which is like 2 3/4 inches almost, just about 3 is what I'm using for this. It's pretty much what I use on the reg for all things, unless it's the little tiny pearl ones. Sometimes I do use those. So I'm making sure to, pull it up first before I do my bend, because you could end up with a little bit of slack there, and then you'll end up where they're not going to be the same length. So FYI on that. And kabam. Kabammy whammy. All right, we're in it. Now, it doesn't really matter which way these guys are going because they're the same. So I'm just going to find myself a couple more jump rings. Do I have 6mm jump rings on the website that I can steal? Does anybody know that? I don't necessarily know if I'll need them right this instant, but I'm going to need them today. I'm going to need them today. I feel like that one is a little different color. Okay. So let's put those on. Oh, apartment update. Apartment update. I think they've rented out the apartment next door. You know, the one with the guy and the gal who had the Snapchat situation going on. Yeah. So I heard them showing it to a person, and they were telling them, oh yeah, you get the best parking spot in the whole joint and all this. And I was just like, but all that person's stuff is still in there. I'm like, what? Unless they're just showing it for like later. Maybe that person's not coming back. Maybe they've abandoned their things. I don't know. Okay, so this just goes to prove, laying on the mat, this looks great. We don't wear jewelry laying on the mat. This is what I'm talking about. You see the floppiness, the no stability having situation, and then even when it's laying up against, say, the skin, these are just a little bit more floppy than I would like, which is why we're going to chain them in. You know what I mean? Because stability. Because we like stability. Dun dun dun. Randy, do you have these antique brass oval jump rings? Yeah, that's what I was just asking. Heather says I have them. She says she checked the website and they're in there. Well, that's good because we're going to need some. They're probably under a listing with, sometimes we put listings where it's like So say 6mm jump rings, I'll have a picture, but then there's like a bunch of different colors in the listing. So even though it might have pictures of like 4 different colors, when you go into the listing, then you can pick your color. You know what I'm saying? Hi! Welcome in! Hi if you're new, hi if you're not. Okay, so this is where we're at. I'm liking this so far. The next order of business is to create links with the other flowers using 24 gauge wire, a tiny bead on top, run through, split on the back to create links. Here's a picture. Okay, got it. I got it. 24 gauge wire. Okay, let's see. 24 gauge wire. I think I'm going to need a little bit of wire here for all that doings. Okay, so we are going to take this and this, and I guess I'll use this little tiny guy. So now this is for later on up the necklace in the chain part, but we have to make it a link. So in order to make it a link, I'm going to put this little bead on there, and then I'm going to fold this over like a bobby pin situation. Okay, now you could twist this if you want to. I don't think I'm going to have to. I'm just going to pull it tight. So it looks like this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, I'll go both wires into the flower. Boom. Now I am going to try to give this a little pull. Just to make it a little bit tighter in there so there's really no slack, you know. Then we're going to go on with this. Now, had I had the appropriate, you know, goings-ons with that, I would do another. But since I don't want to go through all the havoc of cutting off the edges and all that. So I'm just going to go like this. So we're going to put both wires through here. Pull this down. This is what we get. Now, on the back, we are going to twist this a little bit singularly. And I am going to kind of wrap one around the other a little smidge. So it looks like so. Basically it's just a little twist in the back. Might have to go a couple times, so that it blocks up that hole so nothing's going to go anywhere. I know it's dark and you can kind of not really see it great, but this is what we need to have. I mean, you could use a larger wire if you can get it through there. But now we're going to separate these, and then we'll turn these here into a link. So in order to do that, we're just going to leave space. I want it to be, the space I'm leaving, I want to be behind the flower, because that's where I'm going to hide my wire. But I want it to be kind of close enough to the edge so that I can link onto it without having things go all the way behind the flower, like the chain that I'm going to link onto it. So I'm just going to create a wire wrap. It doesn't have to be super amazing because you're just creating stability. So I'm going to use all this excess wire. It's kind of a hot mess, right? No problem. I'm going up, I'm going down, I'm going around, lottie jolly. Okay, we're going to call that good. Going to tuck that in. I'm going to give that a little work harden. Can give that a little squish if it makes you feel good about your life. Okay, there's our first link. So we will link into this with this chain, with a jump ring, you see? And we have to be able to do that on both sides. And then it will lay in the chain like that, instead of being where it's like poking out. You know what I'm saying? So we do the other side, same way. But look at this, got a little bead in there. Get out of there. Trying to get smushed. Okay, and then we squish it, and then we squish it over here. Dun, dun, dun. And now we have a link that we can link onto in the chain. Smashy smash. Yeah. So those are going to be up here towards probably, honestly, like they might be a little close to this pendant. I don't know exactly how I'm going to be putting it all together yet because I haven't got that far, but we're just doing the stuff. I have to make another one of these, but I might want to put it real close up top here because maybe that'll, like, just the visual of it. I'll make the other side. We'll see how I feel. Because otherwise it might be up to the top. It might leave this looking a little bit blank, but maybe we'll like that when we get there. We don't know. So, moving on to the next one. What is the Nightbot talking about? The Nightbot blocked Ernest Solids for yelling in the chat. So they must have been using capital letters of some sorts. Thank you for talking us the why and the how. You're welcome. So I'm just using, I don't know how much wire this is. It must be like 8 inches of wire. 7, 8 inches. I'll say probably closer to 8. Put on the little bead. And then shoop. And then we'll just do the same thing where we put this guy, both the strands in there. And then see how it kind of sticks up? That's why I pull on it, because I can't pull it with just my regular strength. So if I pull on one of these, it'll kind of straighten it out a little bit. It's better. Who was Ernest? I don't know. Somebody in the chat, I guess, who was watching. They could have been a robot saying nasty things. Sometimes they block those too. We haven't had any real serious bots in a while. Okay, so here's our flower. Again, we go to the back and split it. And I'm going to give it just a little bit of a twist. But I am wrapping one around the other. One, it's moving, but I'm trying to wrap one around the other instead of twisting the whole thing. When you twist the whole thing, especially with 24 gauge wire, you can break the wire off. So it's actually better if you just wrap one wire around like a base wire, which is what I'm doing. Trying to do. Badly. I'm trying to do that badly. There we go. Just to plug it, just got to make it big enough to like plug up the hole. I would say that's only actually like maybe two little wraps or whatever. Okay, so now just do the same thing. Wrapping up and down just to give it a little more stability, using all my excess wire. Trim that off. Squish this. I think it's time for a new Chatters poem. Okay, let me do the other side. Yeah, so I'm excited about my sisters coming and bringing the babies, and Jeff was talking about maybe going to the zoo with them. I hope it's not too cold. We generally always see the Thunder Ponies in the kind of like around Halloween time. And last time we went to a corn maze in Minnesota, over by Cambridge, and it was so cold. I felt so bad for little baby Emma, and then we got like lost in the corn maze because it was in like an actual cornfield. I felt bad. Okay, so there's the situation with that. Are they the most beautiful on the back? No. Is anybody gonna care? Maybe, but not me. I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna pick up these little gold seed beads because they're in my way. It has been a very eventful year. Yeah. It has been a very eventful year. But we got our links ready. Now, we did that part. Chain pieces with beads wire wrapped in to create the rest of the necklace. Make matching earrings. Okay, so basically, let me zoom out a smidgy. So now, this is our pendant portion. That might be too much. I don't know. We'll have to... Oh, maybe I want to go asymmetrically with that? I'm not sure. We'll figure that out when we get there. But now, well, not now because we only have 5 minutes, but I'm going to take these little chain pieces. Should I go asymmetrical with this? Maybe that would be good. Maybe asymmetrical is how I want to go. I really like these crystals. I always be learning new things on Morning Coffee. Yeah, me too, Heather. Me too. What are you guys talking about? How long I've watched. She's been on Facebook first when she lived in the tiny apartment and beat it on the floor. Yeah, I used to do that. How long have I been on YouTube? Is that what you're asking me? Jeff started the YouTube channel on like December of 2019. Like November, December of 2019. But remember, I didn't want to have a YouTube channel, remember? So I didn't really do anything with the YouTube channel until probably like, I don't know, the beginning of 2020? It's 2020. So 5 years. It was yeah, something like that. Something to that effect. Okay, so I think I do want to go asymmetrical with this, to be quite honest with you. Now, I'm putting these here in no particular order for no reason, but just so you can kind of get the idea. Now, tomorrow we will be working on this part. So if I go asymmetrical, I can go through and I can cut these pieces as short or as long as I want them to be from this chain. And we are going to utilize the chain to wire wrap in. So it might look like this. Maybe we put one bead or two beads, then we put another little piece of chain like so. Then maybe we put a large bead, maybe we put that down here. Then we have another, maybe we put this flower. And then there's like no rhyme or reason to the chain cutting pieces. The chain cutting pieces are going to be like different pieces of all sizes throughout the necklace. It may be one bead, it may be multiple beads, whatever. And then that will be the chain portion. Why? Because don't forget, don't underestimate how lazy I am, okay? When you do it this way, you don't have to count the links. Good morning, Rebecca. You don't have to get bored about making the same little wire wrap thing over and over and over again. Maybe you only do a couple of beads in the front and then you just go all chain in the back. Like, we'll see how we feel tomorrow. Today, I think we did pretty good. We got this portion ready. Oh, and then over here, also to be not forgotten, is we got to go up with this in some kind of way. I don't know if it's going to be all chain or if it's going to be like this. To come up and meet this other chain portion, you know what I'm saying? But these have got to have a little bit of something coming up this way, you know? And maybe you're like, that's too much, Randy. And you know what? Maybe it is. But that's what I'm doing. You do what you want, I do what I want, okay? It'd be fine. Up note, I think we did very good. The up note of this is that we have learned some things. Number one, even if you don't like this design, you can take away from the fact that we can step out of our little comfort zone and we can create pieces, create pendants if you need to, if you don't have a pendant or if you don't like what you have or whatever's happening, you can create something. You can make little links with the flowers, right? Like, those are new things we learned. We can make the pendant. We're just making it like an L shape. So utilizing the same items to make completely different components. Highly recommend. Yeah. I do like that we put crystals on these little flowers. It's cute. Now, maybe this is too much for you. Maybe you're like, okay, we're doing too much. You just take this and put it on the chain and just have yourself a lovely day. Maybe do a little chain up onto the other chain, but do that and then just be like, yeah, that's good. But you know me, more is more. So that is project 1, day 1. It looks like we're going to be into day 2 on this. Tomorrow? No, tomorrow's Saturday. Some other day next week. We're going to be into it some other day next week. Because tomorrow's Saturday. So there you go. Today I'm going to finish working on the SKU list for the drop on Monday. I did make the new category, the other side. Some of the things that we already have up are up on the website and in the category. Take a little look-see at it, I guess. Whoops. Just hitting buttons all over the place. So, Thunderhorse Descendant.biz, biz for business. The other side. So I moved Celestial Veil to the bottom, and now we have the other side right here. And talks about the other side and what it means. And then it moves into some of the things that we already have posted in there. That are already on the website. So there you go. Got some of that going on. I did get all my Halloween earrings posted, which I also put into this category. So I got all my Halloween earrings posted. Those are in there. So I did get that done. I was pretty proud of me about that. But yeah, what is that, a bug? That's Winter's bug. She was chasing this box elder bug all yesterday. Anyway, so there's some of my earrings and stuff in there too. And then along with other components for the other side. So we will have a drop on Monday for the first drop for that category. The bead for the category is obsidian. Like the bead of the category is obsidian. Do you remember the fancy little gold filigree leaves that you sold? I have been waiting for months to use. I attached 2 of them together and wrapped it into a flower. Well, there you go, lady. I do remember those. thank you for putting the website, PK. PK put the website if anybody needs to have the website. Other than that, I will be going to my cousin's wedding. I have started to update the FOC. There's been some entries, so FYI. You guys got lots of time still. It's, I think, October 5th it's due, the FOC, but people have been already putting their entries for FOC. And that's all I really have to report. I hope you guys have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. I hope that you found some inspiration from this video. If you did, feel free to swing over to the Facebook group and show us what you're working on if you want to, and just do hashtag what's on my mat today. If not, don't. Whatever. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.